Hello and welcome, dear viewers, to another episode here on the Scriptural Insights channel, your go-to space for exploring the powerful truths and timeless stories of the Bible. Today we're diving into a topic that has fascinated believers and seekers alike for centuries: angels, God's celestial messengers, and warriors. These mysterious beings appear throughout Scripture, sometimes bringing messages of hope, other times waging unseen battles in the spiritual realm. But beyond what's commonly known, today we're uncovering a lesser-known dimension about 4 distinct angels, some familiar, others rarely discussed, to gain a deeper appreciation of their roles in the biblical narrative and in the heavenly order. Before we go any further, let's clarify something important. Angels are not the souls of deceased humans. Contrary to popular belief and fictional portrayals, the Bible teaches that angels and humans are 2 distinct creations. Psalm 8 gives us this perspective: "What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? You made him a little lower than the heavenly beings and crowned him with glory and honor." This passage highlights that humans have been given a unique honor and responsibility, yet they are created separately from angels, who serve very different roles in God's grand design. Throughout the Bible, angels appear as servants of God, carrying out divine missions, guarding God's people, executing judgment, and delivering messages from heaven. The book of Hebrews tells us, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" There are multitudes of angels, described as thousands upon thousands, but only a few are identified by name in Scripture. Today we'll spotlight 4 significant angels, some you may know well and one you've likely never heard of. Let's start with Michael, often referred to as the Archangel. Michael's name means "who is like God," a rhetorical declaration of God's supremacy. Michael is portrayed in the Bible as a mighty warrior and protector of God's people. In the book of Revelation, chapter 12, we see a dramatic moment. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. Michael leads the heavenly host against Satan and his rebellious angels, a cosmic battle of good versus evil. In Jude verse 9, we find another compelling scene. But Michael the archangel, when he disputed with the devil over the body of Moses, did not dare bring a slanderous accusation, but said, "The Lord rebuke you." Even in confrontation, Michael shows restraint, recognizing that ultimate judgment belongs to God. And in the book of Daniel, Michael is again seen defending God's messengers, battling against spiritual opposition described as the Prince of Persia. His consistent role is one of protection, defense, and heavenly authority. Next, we have Gabriel, whose name means "God is my strength." Gabriel appears several times in Scripture, always in connection with divine revelations and important messages. Perhaps his most well-known appearance is in Luke 1, when he visits Mary to announce the coming of Jesus. "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus." Gabriel also visits Zechariah, the father of John the Baptist, and earlier, in the book of Daniel, he helps the prophet interpret a complex vision involving future kingdoms. Gabriel is not a warrior like Michael, but a bearer of clarity, prophecy, and divine will. His presence marks key turning points in salvation history. Now, let's move to a lesser-known figure, Raphael. While not mentioned in the standard Protestant canon, Raphael appears in the Book of Tobit, a respected text in Catholic and Orthodox traditions. Raphael's name means God heals, and that's exactly what he does. In the story, Raphael accompanies a young man named Tobias on a journey, protecting him from danger, helping him find a wife, and ultimately guiding him to heal his father's blindness. Raphael's role reveals God's compassion. He sends not only protectors or messengers, but also healers and companions for life's most difficult paths. Though not universally accepted as canonical, Raphael's story offers a powerful lens on how God uses angelic beings to guide, heal, and restore. Lastly, we arrive at an angel who is virtually unknown to many, Uriel, whose name means light of God. Uriel does not appear in the traditional Bible, but is mentioned in ancient Jewish texts like 2 Esdras and the Book of Enoch. In these writings, Uriel is portrayed as a teacher and revealer of divine mysteries. In 2nd Esdras, God sends Uriel to the prophet Ezra to answer deep questions about suffering, judgment, and the end of days. I have been sent to show you 3 ways and to set forth 3 similitudes before you. Uriel represents illumination and wisdom, helping people grasp spiritual truths too vast for the natural mind. While his inclusion in doctrine is debated, his legacy remains as a symbol of heavenly enlightenment. As we reflect on these 4 distinct angels, Michael the warrior, Gabriel the messenger, Raphael the healer, and Uriel the illuminator, we see the rich diversity in God's heavenly host. These beings are not fairy tale figures or abstract symbols. They are purposeful, powerful, and deeply involved in God's redemptive plan. And while we are not meant to worship angels, the Bible encourages us to be aware of their work, to know that in the unseen realm, God is active through his faithful servants, both spiritual and human. So the next time you read a familiar passage involving angels, take a moment to consider the depth, purpose, and mystery that surrounds these heavenly beings. Who knows? One might have walked beside you and you didn't even know it. As Hebrews 13:2 reminds us, do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of angels in Scripture. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss a journey into the world of biblical history and truth. Until next time, stay curious, stay rooted in the Word, and may peace be with you.